Hello and welcome to Ramberg React. I'm going to react to For Joe, Rens for Joe. And this was actually a request from 3 months back. Nick Benny, he wanted me to react to the following, as you can see on the list on his reply, on his comment there. And I haven't reacted to any one of them, but I'm going to do For Joe. And if you know Ren makes music. He has suffered a great deal. He has a chronic illness. He has Lyme disease. And he went undiagnosed for many, many years. And he is at the moment in treatment. And he has also lost a lot of people, but he has lost friends close to him. I reacted to MacKay, who's one of them, MacKay. And I love that one. I reacted to that with my son Viggo. And now I'm going to react to For Joe, which also is about a friend that he's lost. And I am a neurodiverse and neurospicy woman, so I have my neurospicy glasses on when I react. So thank you for the request. I've been waiting. I've been just like finding the right moment to react to this one because I know it's heavy. And so now I think I'm ready. Let's dive into it. Just by this intro, you know it's Ren emotions. When you have listened to some of Ren's music, you know this when he hum like this, it is a recap of his emotions. And he's only doing the white tangents. I'm not sure what that is, but this is very, very Ren-like, and I'm not sure if I'm going to interrupt further, but yeah.
It's hard to take off from the ground when your wings are cut. Your stomach burns when you're drinking from an empty cup. You know the entire ocean came from my tear ducts. I see the world through Fibonacci sequences and double Dutch. I guess there's some that's born lucky, there's some that's not. I tried to cut away my bitterness, hatchet job. I locked my youth inside the trunk, inside the pickup truck, then dumped that whole thing over that same bridge the night you jumped. I think about that sometimes, vividly. What it felt like to look down and see tranquility. One sudden movement in a world of possibility. Only one movement to expose our fragility. I fucking miss you, and I miss myself. I miss thinking we were indestructible as hell. I miss
you and I miss myself, and that's so accurate, because after losing someone in a very traumatic manner like this, as I felt like he said, jumping over a bridge, I think then it's unaliving himself, and that taps into one of the other requests anyways. And you never ever become the same person again. You will never ever become the same person again, and that's what he taps into.
And I miss myself. I miss thinking we were indestructible as hell. I miss chilling by the pier cave and kicking back with Callum, Hugo, Justin, Sega, Stevie and the fucking lads. I miss missing that. I numb myself to close the gap. I never even call them up. Distance is my plaster cast, to tell the truth. The day you jumped, my childhood jumped too. But I still can't find the anger. All I find is missing you, man. I miss you. With all my rhymes, I picture running 5 minutes.
And I think it's so it's super emotional. He's very into the. He is in the anger state, so frustrating anger and not in acceptance. And I know that I don't give 0 for therapists, and they just like, now I feel like I'm answering in a therapeutical way, but he is in the stage of being angry, and when you're grieving, one of the things is just like state of shock and sadness and also anger, and I feel like it's a kind of frustration combination, angry as well, and it's quite normal to feel this normality. I don't go there, but it's very, very human. The place that he is in, very human.
Missing you, man, I miss you. With all my rhymes, I picture running 5 minutes quicker, I'm right on time. I picture pulling you back over the edge and then we're crying, and holding you, my brother, and telling you that it's fine, not the way that it worked. I was late like a jerk, there's not a day where I can find a way to break from the hurt. Your body missing, so we never got to wave to the hearse. I hope you're listening, I love you, man, I miss you, absurd, fuck. Another domino, it falls across the way another's born.
When he only uses the ivory keys on the keyboard, only the white ones, it adds so much melancholy to the song, and I think that's a trademark of Ren's, only using the white ones. White keys as a tangent, but it's keys.
Another domino, it falls across the way another's born. How you're supposed to raise a child and give it courage from a storm. In a world that is confusing, contradictions pave our flaws. Some will say we're only human, others judge us for our flaws. Some get born in sheets of satin, some get by.
Some say we are only humans, and here I am saying, oh, he's only human, it's human-like. Oh, I feel guilty of that one.
Others judge us for our flaws. Some get born in sheets of satin, some get by in tattered clothes. Some will die before they live, that's just how the story goes. But for those of us still with us, who reside inside our hearts, tell them proudly how you feel. And for those of us who aren't, freckled angels stand strong, freckled angels live on, freckled angels climb higher, freckled angels still inspire, freckled angels won't forget you, teach me to live my life better. 13 years and still I miss you, now my wings are missing feather, otherwise I'd come and join you. But for now I'm here on earth, stuck inside this mortal body, but for everything it's worth. Made me braver, made me wiser, made me stronger, made me true, made me face the world with courage, and that's all because of you. Freckled angels laugh the hardest, and their hearts, they are the largest. With their wings, they fly the farthest. So I know you're gonna be okay. Freckled angels live the longest, and their minds, they are the strongest. Oh, their friends, they are the fondest. So I know you're gonna be okay.
I think freckled angels. Now, of course, I am. He always ends where he gets you, right? And freckled angels live the longest. I think freckled angels are people that live hard and make a mark in this world. And that's how Joe affected Ren in a very positive way. And he feel Joe. Still living with Joe. He's longing for Joe. And from a neurodiverse perspective, it's you embody the feelings. It's so your emotions are so extended in a way. You feel harder. I can only say from a neurodivergent perspective. I don't know how neurotypical are going through grief, but he feels this so hard. You can Ren's emotion. He can't hide them, never ever. It's impossible for a neurodiverse person to hide them. He's so honest, he brutally honest. And yeah, I feel, and he's also the gratitude there as well. He's so grateful for knowing this person, what this person mean to him. And I think the hardest part is to accept that someone you love this much is gone, and you will never ever be yourself again. And I feel Ren a lot, and he can run these feelings and emotions through, like this is making him insomniac maybe. And I feel, yeah, I'm very, the emotions are very, very heightened. And this is how it is to be neurodivergent as well. Very heightened feelings, very feeling the emotions, very sensitive. So he can, like I said, he can feel it in the air and in the ocean. And yes, he is everywhere, in the trees, in the leaf. And I think that's why, like with MacKay and with for Joe, he is not inside of a studio. He is outside. He found two great venues, because I think when you are outside, you feel the most, because they're in the trees, they're in the wind, they're in the sparkling water. So I want really to protect Ren, but there is no protection. So he has experienced so many hurtful things in life, and that makes him so strong. And I'm so happy for him that he can channel his grief into the music. He's very lucky there, as he can use his music to channel every emotions, as his emotions run very high and very deep. I have created a podcast about grief, and I made the grief podcast before I was going to do the For Joe. So because it's a generic for grief and how I experience grief based on Billy Bob Thornton. So I hope you will watch that one too, and have an insight of my thoughts of grief. So I'm really happy that I finally got to see this, and I had to watch this video when I was in sync with myself, because otherwise it taps too much into my own grief that I talk about also in the podcast. My one-on-woman podcast, or what to say. I hope you enjoyed this. Please subscribe to my channel. It helped me a lot. And please comment as well. Every interaction, every engagement counts for you to help my channel growth. Until next time, bye-bye.